And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Indiana's offense will take the field first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Thanks to grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. What a moment it was. A bitterly cold night in South Bend that still warmed the soul. Notre Dame and Indiana. First ever 12-team college football playoff game. Started quite a run for the Irish. Any chance Indiana gets that one back here?
Well, in the last matchup, I think with Indiana, they were so happy to be in the playoff, right? Like, what a Cinderella story, turnaround story, Signetti coming in, all the changes, and it was a great season that ended on a sour note.
And for Notre Dame, winning that game is really sticking to the script, right? Defense, run the ball, Riley Leonard making good decisions, throwing it. That's got to be the same formula for Notre Dame today.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. That's the quintessential example of knowing exactly how far you have to get the ball to pick up the first.
And great job by the QB. Understanding the situation, short yardage situation, that ball's got to come out quick. Makes the decision, throws the strike, gets the first down, move the sticks, new set of downs.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Got his man quickly. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there, but does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
He'll do it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Back to throw, it's Carr. A strike downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. That's caught. It's Pauly. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Trying play action. It's complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now on the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Gets it to him on the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. The give on the option. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Great job by the back on the option. A methodical drive, sword-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Irish! The defense putting points on the board.
Really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback, and when he throws it, they'll break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. They find themselves trailing by it. Found the seam on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
And the Hoosiers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Price. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll run the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. With the catch, it's Fields. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Punt is in the air. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Uncorks it. Finds a man on the right. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Power football with the run. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Hemby. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Hoosiers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Snags it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Hoosiers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Bring in the heat. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And what a great job by defense getting penetration quickly, forcing the running back to get outside to try to make that thing go wide, which that's what you want as a defense. When they run the draw, they want you to run upfield, and you run right up the middle. Good job by the defense getting some penetration to throw off the running back early.
Off the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and look for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got him downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Working that left side now. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Out of the gun, looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
On On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
From the gun, the ground game. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
To the air, it's Carr. Finds the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Spins away from the defender. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And he crushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Snagged out of the air.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end run.
The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a gap, it's Hemby. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, I know that's not exactly how the offensive coordinator drew that one up, guys, but how about Johnny on the spot doing a great job concentrating? The ball gets deflected, but he's somehow able to reel that thing in, come up with a big play for his offense.
And the Hoosiers line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Indiana! And they take it in for 6 more points. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Carr. Finds his man. It's Love. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He's got his man across the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the Year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out.
Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
He's got it on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking a run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw, it's Carr. He's going for the goal line. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Surging forward on the sneak. Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. Looking to throw. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He leaves it with his back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. Third down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground, and not allowing any yards after the catch.
The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Wide open downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Grab behind the line. It's Flanagan. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the end.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's blocked. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Looking to pass. It's Carr. He's got him. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. He'll pull it on the read. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it set up on the outside. He's going for the goal line. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Interesting decision here for the head coach. Do you just kick the field goal and guarantee yourself the lead, or do you go for the touchdown and try to create a little bit of separation between yourself and your opponent here in the 4th quarter?
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights right down the middle, and they've regained the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cooper. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Now on 2nd down. Give to the back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Cooper. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it to the back on the draw. Creates a little space. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter, because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Makes the grab over the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs and just make that clock run.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. So a drive there of 82 yards. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. He'll take a knee as a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Grabbed behind the line. It's locked. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Dropping back, it's Carr. Finds his tight end. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the...
Fires toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on first down. Right on the money. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, that clock is ticking, so we've got to make sure I understand if I don't get the first down, I got to get out of bounds. I think he should have got out of bounds to stop this clock. This offense, they got to hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and start running some plays.
Last chance coming up. That's reeled in. It's locked. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. Looking for a man. It's Carr. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team just, they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay